Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm back with another video. So I'm gonna be going back into the Lost Book of Enki and discussing the Great Calamity. I really want to get through the Book of Enki. Of course, you guys know this channel is about ancient books and higher knowledge and wisdom. So I actually am going to be going through some of these books and just pointing out some key points on all of these things. So I'm going to get right into it. Okay, so we're going to go over some key points in Tablet 1 that's discussing what happened with the Great Calamity. So, you guys, if you don't know, the Great Calamity was a nuclear missile that was dropped on the Sinai Peninsula. And the evil wind spread to the surrounding cities, including Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, of course, you're not going to see those exact titles in there because they did not use those words back then. So you have to do your own research to figure out the locations and where this was actually done at. Okay, now, also in here, you will see that one after another, the gods fled their cities, their temples abandoned to the wind. So everybody pretty much was like, yo, we got to get out of here because this missile is about to drop and we don't want to be caught up in this blast. Okay, so you already know they was trying to escape and everything like that. Now, Ninurta, who is Enlil's son, um, and Nergal, which is actually Enki's son, um, they pretty much wanted to unleash the weapons. Okay, and you will see that a little later here. Now, Enki did not want this to happen, you guys, but it was completely up to the council to make the decision. Enki basically sent instructions to the people in his city to escape. So of course, Enki, one of the benevolent ones, okay, he really wanted to get the people out of the city because he did not want them to be destroyed in the nuclear blast, okay. Now, Enlil and his wife took off in a chariot to escape the evil wind, okay. Enlil's son actually pleaded, to stop the evil wind, but of course he didn't, okay. Now, the weapons were unleashed due to vengeance in their hearts against Marduk. Okay, Marduk is Enki's firstborn son, and Ninurta wanted to oppose him because Marduk was trying to take over the spaceport in Sinai Peninsula, you guys. So this was the location for the celestial chariots or the spaceships. Okay, Marduk claimed the signs of heaven showed his supremacy. So if you guys don't know, they went by who's going to rule according to what the stars said in heaven. I think I talked about this a little bit on previous videos, how we have the 12 constellations. And for each sign that is in the heaven, there's someone that is going to be ruling in that age. Okay. Now, Enki continued, you guys, to inquire about the signs in the heaven. He actually went to go check with his son, Ninjas Zeta, who is known as Thoth, and he confirmed the heavens did not show it was time for Marduk to rule. Okay, so you guys, Marduk was simply wrong and made a mistake in determining it was his time to rule. Apparently, this was something that was unforgivable to the people, and they were angry. Okay, you see how anger allows people to do things that is can be very destructive and can hurt people when people react out of anger. This is what happened. Um, so Ninurta, you guys, actually raised an army against him, against Marduk, and word spread amongst the council. So all of the people, all the Anunnaki, everybody heard everything that was happening or what was going on with Marduk, and everybody pretty much was angry at Marduk, and they was all ready to just get rid of him. And yeah, it was just kind of crazy, you guys. And then Enki, of course, was against it. And you guys should know why he was against it, because that was his son, that was his firstborn. Of course, a father is not going to just stand there and let everybody just, you know, come against his son like that. So it was like, you accusing my son of all of this. So it was like Enki had to verify the facts to see what really happened and what really had to, go on. Come to find out that, Marduk was wrong, but at the same time, he wanted peace, you guys. Enki wanted peace, even though his son was wrong and did something and wrong. He still did not believe that it was right for them to say, hey, we're going to start a war against him and, even drop a doggone missile. That's crazy, okay? But yeah, Enki did not want the weapons to be unleashed. All right, let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna move on here, you guys. Now, Enki's other son, Nergal, also wanted to release the weapons. He couldn't believe that his sons were against each other. So clearly, this is war within the family, okay? Brother against brother. You guys, we see this stuff going on now within our own nation. So, or just within our own families, how brother is against brother. This is ridiculous, okay? But this was happening in the beginning, okay? Um, Now we see here in Lil's open his mouth, and he pretty much was like, punishment there must be. So he was just like, look, we about to go ahead and scorch this whole place up. We about to destroy everything, okay? And you see here where Enlil's son, and then Nerta shouted out and was like, yo, the one who scorches, let me be. Y'all, look, he was happy. Y'all, he was just like, let me be the one to do it. Like, who does that? Okay, he was glad to step up to be like, yeah, let me do it, let me do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Nergal stood up and shouted out and was just like, yeah, let the evildoer city also pretty much be destroyed. So he was just like, yeah, those sinning cities, they should be destroyed. Y'all, this is crazy. Remember, like in the Bible, this is interesting with Abraham. I'm gonna get to that as well. Now, Enki said, the earthlings by us created must not be harmed. The righteous with the sinners must not be perished. Does this sound familiar? Y'all, I'm gonna get to it. In Genesis, with Abraham, when the Lord came to Abraham, y'all, does this not sound familiar? I'm going to say it again. Enki said, the earthlings by us created must not be harmed. The righteous with the sinners must not be perished. Y'all, what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah? I'm just saying. Now, Nehersog agreed and said, the matter is between the gods alone to settle. The people must not be harmed. Remember, Enki and Nehasark or Nema actually created earthlings, you guys. So this is like the mother and father of like earthlings, So they were like, nah, man, no, y'all crazy. Like, really? Like, y'all got to keep this between the Anunnaki. Like, please do not harm the earthlings. They don't got nothing to do with this. So we need to keep this between us. We need to make sure that they're not harmed in all of this war, okay? So this is what was going on, y'all. We got to see the bigger picture. So we can't just look at this. We have to understand, like, I'm sure they was voicing their concerns. Everybody, word was spreading around. I know they was sending people out like, yeah, look, we got to make sure that these people safe. This stuff is about to happen. I know, which is why we see in the Bible where the two angels, okay, which we already know was two Anunnaki, they went to Sodom and Gomorrah, went to Sodom and stuff, and got Lot and his family out. Remember that? Remember. And then Lot's wife didn't make it out because she looked back, so she pretty much got blasted in this nuclear explosion because she went back. Okay? Now, Anyway, you guys, Anu, who is the king of Nibiru, actually made the final decision of releasing the weapons of terror. He was just like, let the weapons of terror be this once used. Let the place of the rocket ships pretty much be destroyed, you guys. Let the people be spared. So this is what he was saying. He was saying the same thing too. Like, don't let these people die in this, y'all. He was saying basically destroy the space center. Okay? That's what his command was like, I just need you guys to make sure that only the rocket ships are destroyed. That's not what happened though. Hmm? That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Destroying rocket ships and destroying cities with people in them, that was not what Anu wanted. So these beings made this decision, who I put it on Nergal and Ninurta, these two Anunnakis, son of Enki and son of Enlil. Both of them were the ones who wanted to do this. They was excited. They was ready. They wanted to go in and destroy the cities with the people in them. Okay? So what do we have here, you guys? These were not beings who loved people apparently, because they was happy. They was happy to destroy all that stuff. So you have to remember, you guys, all of the Anunnaki are not all the same, okay? Just like you got good and evil in the human race, you got good and evil in any other race in the universe as well. So you have to understand that everybody acts differently. We're all not the same. Just because we all may come from the same place may not mean that we're all the same and we do the same things, because all of us, we don't do the same things. Okay, so I hope you can understand that on a higher level. Okay, because a lot of people blame the Anunnaki for a lot of things, but it's not all of them. Okay, all of them were not with this, but when you have a king or somebody else that has more power than you, once the decision is made from a higher council, then it's nothing that you can do about it. And that's basically what Enki was trying to do. Was like, man, he was trying to stop it, but the command came from his father, and listen, you can't stop that, okay, because he's higher than you. Okay, so Enki couldn't do anything about it. The only thing Enki could really do at this point was to save as many people as he can by warning them, and which is why he sent out instructions, okay, for people to escape the cities. Okay, now here you will see that Anu said, let Ninurta the scorcher be, let Nergal be the annihilator. Okay, so did Enlil the decision announce? So actually Enlil announced Anu's decision amongst everyone and told them what they were going to do. Okay, so once again, this command came from Anu, the king of Nibiru. And I just really feel like if all of them would have really sat down and thought about this thing and was not so, angry and wanted to get revenge, that this did not have to happen. If they would have made a wise decision and came up with another plan, there's always a better way, but it's too late. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. It already happened. But if it was me on the council and I was sitting, I'd be like, wait a minute. No, what we not gonna do, okay, is cause destruction on this planet. Okay, this is not what we gonna do. Okay, I'd be like, listen, you gonna sit your behind down. We're gonna talk about this thing, Marduk. You come over here. Let me teach you about the heavens so that you can know when it's your time to rule. I'll be like, Thoth, I need you to come over here and you need to teach him this, so that way he can understand the signs in the heavens, and then be like, listen, what we gonna do is make sure that everybody understands the heavens and the signs in the heavens so that nobody can make a mistake. And what we gonna do is not get angry at our brothers and sisters, and what we gonna do is try to work this thing out and not cause destruction. Okay, but that's what I would have did, y'all. But they probably would have pushed me to the side, but like, listen, you look. They probably would have pushed me to the side, because I would have been with Enki. I would have been like, hey, Enki, I'm with you. listen, we got to try to figure this thing out, okay? I would have been like, no, I would have been like, okay, put me on the chariot, okay? I need to go to Nibiru. I need to make my case, and I need to go to the king. And if I can't get on the chariot and go to Nibiru, I'll be like, I know y'all got this technology, so let me talk to him, just like Enlil pretty much talked to him. So I'll be like, look, hit him up. Let me talk to him and let him know what really went on and explain everything to him. And then maybe he would have changed his mind, y'all. I'm just saying. What if nobody ain't called and knew? Huh? What if nobody ain't really called and knew? Was like, hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying? This is what really happened. You know, maybe you can make another decision and maybe we can do this or work this out. Maybe ain't nobody thought about that. Maybe because everybody was so angry and pissed off, ain't nobody think about it. Now, I would have thought about it because I would be like, look, y'all ain't finna be blowing up stuff around here, okay? But anyway, let me move on because it's not about me. I just wanted to share my own little 2 cents on this because I think this is crazy, okay? All right, let's go. Let's move on. Okay, so here we see Enki cried out and said, brother has turned against brother. Are the prior times fated to repeat? We're going to get into that actually on a separate video so that we can really see what happened, at the prior times on Nibiru, which were the olden times, you guys. Enki did not want to repeat the same cycle on the earth as it had happened on Nibiru, okay? But we're going to get into that on another video. I don't want to make this video too long, so let me just finish up here on this slide. So we know that it was two men who actually dropped the missiles, was Nigal and Ninurta. They were full of excitement. They were excited, you guys, and they pretty much departed to go get the weapons, okay? Now, since we were talking about Abraham, I do want to go into Genesis 18 and 19, actually. So what I'm going to do is let me just read Genesis 19:24 through 28 here. It says, then the Lord rained down fire and burning sulfur from the sky on Sodom and Gomorrah. He utterly destroyed them along with the other cities and villages of the plain, wiping out all the people and every bit of vegetation. But Lot's wife looked back as she was following behind him, and she turned into a pillar of salt. Abraham got up early that morning and hurried out to the place where he had stood in the Lord's presence. He looked out across the plain towards Sodom and Gomorrah and watched as columns of smoke rose from the cities like smoke from a furnace. Okay, so you guys can see here a little description of what happened pretty much when these missiles came down. I know there was a lot of people trying to figure out what actually caused this. Did it come out of heaven? No, this was a missile, y'all, that was dropped from a chariot. Okay, this is the truth. For so long, people have been trying to figure this thing out. It's right here. This is what happened. According to Enki, I would rather believe Enki than to believe some of these people on the earth, because these people are ignorant, okay? So I would rather believe someone who is wise, who wanted to share this information with us from the tablets itself, okay? Now, I do also want to go back and read Genesis 18, 16 through 33. So let me actually pull that up. Let's see here. And I'm going to just start reading. You guys can look with me if you have your little Bible app, or if you have a Bible near you. I read from the New Living Translation. So I'm just going to read. You can just listen. But it says, then the men got up from their meal and looked out toward Sodom. As they left, Abraham went with them, sent them on their way. Should I hide my plan from Abraham? The Lord asked. For Abraham would certainly become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed through him. I have singled him out so that he will direct his sons and their families to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. Then I will do for Abraham all that I have promised. So the Lord told Abraham, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah because their sin is so flagrant. I'm going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. The other men turned and headed toward Sodom, but the Lord remained with Abraham. Abraham approached him and said, will you sweep away both the righteous and the wicked? Suppose you find 50 righteous people living there in the city, will you still sweep it away and not spare it for their sakes? Surely you wouldn't do such a thing, destroying the righteous along with the wicked. Why? You would be treating the righteous and the wicked exactly the same. Surely you wouldn't do that. Should not the judge of all the earth do what is right? And the Lord replied, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake. Then Abraham spoke again, since I have begun, let me speak further to my Lord, even though I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45 righteous people rather than 50. Will you destroy the whole city for lack of 5? And the Lord said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 righteous people there. Then Abraham pressed his request further. Suppose there are only 40. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy for the sake of the 40. Please don't be angry, my Lord, Abraham pleaded. Let me speak. Suppose only 30 righteous people are found. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it if I find 30. Then Abraham said, since I have dared to speak to the Lord, let me continue. Suppose there are only 20. And the Lord replied, then I will not destroy for the sake of 20. Finally, Abraham said, Lord, please don't be angry with me if I speak one more time. Suppose only 10 are found there. And the Lord replied, then I will not destroy for the sake of the 10. When the Lord had finished his conversation with Abraham, he went on his way and Abraham returned to his tent. Now, y'all, let's judge the whole matter here. Now, Enki knew everything was about to be destroyed, okay? Number 2, there is no way that he was going to be able to tell Abraham and say, look, partner, this is what's going to happen. We about to drop a missile, and this is what's about to happen. No, Enki was not going to tell him that directly. Okay, this was much larger than him. And when you look in the Bible and it says Lord, people always think it's just like just the God, just one being. This included all of the Anunnaki. Okay, there was multiple beings. Okay, and one of those beings went to go talk to Abraham, and he brought along some of the Anunnaki with him to talk to Abraham. And then they went on their way to go and get the people out the city. So if you go ahead and send 2 angels or 2 men out to the city, come on. If I was Abraham, I would have been like, where they going? I would have been asking more questions, even though you guys see that he was asking questions already about, would the righteous pretty much be destroyed along, with the wicked. Okay, Enki, all the Anunnaki already knew that the missiles was about to drop anyway, so it was nothing that nobody could do. Okay, and we have to see the bigger story here. Like I told y'all, the Bible does not give you all the details. People have been deceived by reading the Bible because of this fact, because it does not give you exact details of everything that went on back in the ancient times. The Bible is a collection of many texts put together. Okay, it does not tell you everything, and so many people rely on the Bible for accurate information. And I'm sorry to tell you this, you guys, but if you believe every single thing in there just the way that it's written, then something's wrong with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. But at this time, as human beings, at this level of consciousness that we're at right now, humans need to wake up. We need to judge the matter fully. We need to figure out the whole story. We need to see what's going on, because apparently we all have been lied to, and we have to figure out our true history and what exactly happened and what went on, because we already know they've been trying to control us this whole time on this planet, okay? And there's certain people that was put in place that really wanted to keep us under control. So the Bible has a lot of knowledge and wisdom in it, but at the same time, there is more information, and you have to dig a little deeper to find out the complete story, because it's not going to tell you everything. There is no way all of creation and everything that exists in the whole universe is going to exist in the Bible only. So if you are that limited, then something is wrong, and you need to figure this thing out. And I'm only here to say you need to raise your consciousness, because I see a lot of people are fighting over this thing. They like, I'm not going outside of the Bible. I'm not going to read anything else other than the Bible. And they just stick to the Bible. Okay, which is what? Is it like 66 books or something? So, really, y'all? Really? Y'all are going to limit the creator of all to 66 books? Come on. Now, if you think that, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Now, the universe is infinite. The creator is infinite. So how can infinite knowledge and wisdom be in 66 books only? So you answer that if anybody's listening that, because I have some people that be coming against me and stuff, and they, so I'm just saying, if you really believe that, then I don't know what else to tell you, because there's more to Genesis. There's more to the Bible. There's more to this whole thing here, you guys, and I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit at a time, so that you can judge the matter yourself, okay? What I believe, you don't have to believe. I want you to go and seek this information on your own. I want you to do the research. I'm just providing you information on my channel. This is my channel, and I'm only just providing information to you guys, for those who want to check the information out. So judge the matter, you guys, yourselves, and try to figure this thing out, because we're all trying to find out what happened. This is why I'm doing this, because I wanted to understand what happened in the Garden of Eden. I wanted to know the full picture. I just was not accepting the little story in the Bible. It wasn't adding up, and it didn't make sense. So I was like, there has to be more. And the more I questioned, the more I found. Okay? Now, you guys, so yeah, whoever this being or this Anunnaki was, if it was not Enki, somebody was speaking to Abraham, and it wasn't somebody invisible. Okay, so it was somebody actually literally talking to Abraham, and the two men were sent out to go and rescue Lot and his family. So we do know that this has something to do with the Anunnaki. If we can't pinpoint who is who, because the Bible don't tell you who, okay, it only says Lord. Okay, it don't tell you specifically who it is. It's always capitalized or lowercase l or all this stuff. So we have to understand what's going on. The Bible is definitely has a lot of hidden information in there, but you have to do the research to figure it out. And I think the Bible is written in code anyway, just for certain people to understand, so that certain people in the world wouldn't understand this knowledge. So we're gonna end that there, you guys, and you guys let me know, what do you think? Do you think Enki is the God of Abraham, you guys? What do you, I want to know what you guys think. For the people who listen to this stuff, tell me what your thoughts are. I want this channel to be, like an open channel, like where people are actually, making their comments, people putting their thoughts out there, because I do read these thoughts, your comments and things like that. I don't really get a lot of feedback from a lot of people. For those who do comment, I do see your comments. So I really want to get some people to kind of let me see where your mind is at, okay? Because a lot has been going on, okay? And a lot of information has been coming out, and I really want to know what people think. What are your thoughts about everything that's happening? What do you think about this book? Do you see the connections here? Or, are you just like, okay, no, I don't believe it. This is crazy, whatever. Like, tell me what your thoughts are. Do you believe every word in the Bible? Like, tell me what your thoughts are, because it's time for humanity to rise up right now in consciousness, and we have to elevate ourselves, you guys. So I'm really hoping that people can come together and actually talk about these things instead of actually trying to debate and prove who's right and who's wrong and trying to cause division and cause confusion. We're all humans, and we're all just trying to figure all of this stuff out, because like I said before, all of us have been lied to, okay? All of us have been controlled, okay, on some level, okay? But now the human race is now awakening, and now we're starting to ask questions that we were supposed to ask questions a long time ago. But when we did ask certain questions, nobody really had the answers for, because they didn't even know. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are. I really want to know. Okay, so let me know. I just want to let you guys know that we are supposed to love, okay, our brothers and sisters. We do supposed to forgive our brothers and sisters, okay? We don't supposed to just act out of anger, okay? You see where anger gets you, right? You see how this caused a really big destruction on the earth, and how it destroyed cities and people in the cities just because people were angry. We're not supposed to act out of anger, you guys. That's sin itself. Because when you are angry and you do something, most time people do stuff that's wrong. And sometimes people cannot take it back. Okay? People do stuff and react quickly, and then it's like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. And I was too late. Okay? So always calm down, you guys. I know people get upset. It's okay to feel emotions, okay, to acknowledge your emotions, but do not let it, take over you, okay? You have to be able to control your emotions, okay? Find a healthy way to release those negative emotions, okay? So I just want to put that out there. Just breathe. Just breathe, walk away, exercise, listen to some music, whatever, work out, whatever you can do to calm down. Do what you have to do, but don't go and act on something out of anger. Okay? So I hope you guys understand that. I wasn't even supposed to go through say all of this, but I just got to say what I got to say, okay? So I'm going to get into the recording for you guys, and you guys can listen to that. All right. Thank you for listening.